What's the alright. I'm gonna keep her name out of this.
I'm on the clock. What you want?
You can't love somebody unless you ready.
It's
You need to love yourself.
Oh.
That's all I gotta say to that. For you to love somebody, you gotta love yourself. That is literally a proven fact. Anybody could tell you that. And you'll have to ignore the Post Malone song in the background. It helps me process this song. But honestly, I want y'all to think about this. Now, how do you love somebody without loving yourself? You can't. The answer is you can't. And unless you know how to love yourself and what love actually is, you can't love nobody. You have to love yourself before you can show love to anybody else. And that was honestly what was wrong with me in my last relationship. I was in a dark time in my life where I didn't love myself anymore. I didn't give a fuck about my life. I didn't care what I looked like or anything. And I was using the girls to see what I could get. While I was dating my girlfriend, my ex-girlfriend, my last relationship, dating my ex-girlfriend, I'm not going to say her name unless she wants me to say it. While I was dating her, I would consider it, yes, cheating, but on the other hand, not. I was still staying loyal, because I would never sleep with any of these girls. Playing other girls to see what I could get out of them. Picture-wise. Like boob pics, other type of pics. Seeing what I could get out of them. I was fucking being a jackass and a smartass. And knowing I knew how to make a lot of money in GTA, I used that to my advantage. And then I used other shit to my advantage to do it. I was in a dark time in my life. For I met Panda. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. For I met Panda, I was in this dark, wicked place where I just got out of a bad relationship. Where it ended really fucking bad. And all I wanted to do was fucking get my revenge and do what my ex did to me to every other fucking girl. Play with their hearts and play with their minds. And I tried that with Panda, but I'm going to tell y'all something. For some reason I can't do it. I don't know why. I haven't figured out why. Other than I really fell in fucking love with her. I could not play her like I was playing other girls and use her to see what I could get. I couldn't do it. I don't know why, but I could not find that inside of me. Knowing I could do it to any other girl. A girl down here in fucking in my county in Texas where I live. I text her the night before me and Panda started dating just to see what she would say, and I got everything and anything I wanted. So what my last ex where I dated Panda did to me, I was doing to other girls. I was making them fucking fools and idiots and laughing stocks. I was a bloody fucking dick. I was an asshole. And do I regret it now looking back on it? Yes. If you can't love yourself, how can you love somebody? And y'all say, oh, it's easy, it's easy, it's easy. No, it's not easy. You'll never know how to fucking love yourself, cause all you know is that hatred. And how to fucking play people. So I was also taught this growing up and raised on this. God brings people in your life for a reason. You do not know the reason. He does. A, to be a life lesson to you, to teach you something or show you something. And I honestly thank God brought Panda into my life to teach me how to love again and show me how to love again and how to love myself again. Because I can tell you now, before I met Panda, guys, I didn't give a fuck. I didn't love myself. I didn't know who I was. I shouldn't be saying this because it's technically still under investigation, but I've been found not guilty in the court of law, but they're still investigating it. 2 months before I actually met Panda, I was talking to this girl, fucking with her head and playing with her mind. Playing with it so bad, to the point where I made her end up committing suicide. I made her kill herself. Her sister texted me and told me she was dead. And called me. I sat there and fucking laughed. I remember it. I sat there and laughed. And told her, I never fucking loved your sister. I just played your sister for a fucking fool. I laughed my ass off when her sister called me and told me she was dead. And looking back on that now, I feel like a kid. I feel like a fucking dick. I feel like a fucking asshole. I feel like a cunt for doing that. And I regret doing that, but I can't take it back. Because what I did, it's in the past. I can't revert the past. Trust me, if I could revert the past and make the past be different, there's a lot of shit I would have changed in my past that I did growing up. I would make sure I wouldn't do. But seriously, when her sister texted me, I laughed at her and told her I don't fucking believe you. She calls me, cops are still at her house, I'm sitting there laughing my fucking ass off. One of the cops answered the phone, and it happened to be a girl here in my state, in my county too. And the cop that took the phone, happened to personally know me. He said, Ethan, what the fuck are you laughing about? I said, her death. I said, you're fucking with me. This is a fucking joke. You're funny. Ha ha, nice prank. He's like, no, she's actually dead. I was like, I want proof. He sent me the proof I wanted. And I sat there and fucking laughed. I fucking laughed. I told him, oh well, not my fucking fault. He's like, you realize you could be charged for murder on this, right? I was like, okay, you know where I live. Put a warrant for my arrest, come pick me up. I was found not guilty. I was literally found not guilty in the court of law. I was dressed up like a cocky fucking asshole. Nice suit, everything. Sitting there laughing my ass off on capital murder. Well, no. Yeah, capital murder and bullying. Cyberbullying. I sat there and looked at her family and her sister and laughed. I fucking laughed at them and flipped them off and walked out of the courtroom. Like, I didn't even give a fuck. I laughed at them. And I'll tell you all the truth. When I met Panda, that's what I was trying to do to her. What I did to that girl 2 months before I met Panda, that's what I was trying to do to Panda. I honestly was. Couldn't do it. I couldn't find it inside of me to do it. I didn't know how to find it in me to do it. It's like that side of me died. When I met Panda, that side of me died. And I don't know why. I'm looking for a certain song. This is when I came cold. What my ex before Panda did to me is when I came cold in an asshole. I'm walking out. Fucking Sam Hunt break up in a small town. Literally, I can tell y'all now. Sat there when the judge said I was not guilty and the court case was over. I fucking sat there and laughed at her sister in the face while her sister was crying. Sat there and fucking laughed my ass off. And said, good, the hoe deserves to be dead. Or at least I'm not guilty and found guilty of murder. The cop that knew me looked at me like, what the fuck? Literally looked at me like, what the fuck? I literally straight and looked at her and her whole family, that girl and her whole family, and said, your fucking daughter and your sister was a fucking hoe and she deserves to be where she is. And here's the thing, the court case was 2 days after her funeral. I just sat there and fucking laughed. Laughed. And was not found guilty. You know why I wasn't found guilty? They didn't have enough evidence on me proving the fact that I made her commit suicide. Nobody had enough evidence on me. And here's the thing. You know what also fucked the case? Is her sister calling me the night she did it and telling me about it and going off on me. That's what really fucked the case. Because you know anything about the legal system? When that shit happens, you're not automatically supposed to contact the person that is guilty on it, and you're not supposed to tell them about it. You're supposed to contact the law. She contacted me. I had it in my phone records that she contacted me and told me. So the judge was already going to throw the case. He was already going to throw the fucking case because she fucked the case. Why sit there and waste your time as a judge and waste the legal system when somebody already fucked the case? Why do it? You can't. Once a case is fucked, there's no... The judge straight up told me, when I showed him that evidence before we walked in that courtroom, I showed him, the district attorney, the evidence of her calling me and texting me and telling me this shit. He said, I'm throwing the fucking case. Looked straight dead at the district attorney. He said, I'm throwing the case. Looked straight dead at me and the district attorney and said, I'm throwing this fucking case. District attorney's like, that's fine. She fucked the case anyway, so all the evidence they have against Ethan's going out the window now, so... Yeah, the case got thrown. The judge literally threw the case on purpose. And you know, I'll tell y'all something. To this day, this girl now talks to me again. I apologized to her for what I did. I told her where I was at. I wasn't in the right state of mind. She's forgave me. I've been to her sister's grave with her. I mean... I know me sitting there apologizing to her sister and crying out the tears I've cried. Can't bring her sister back. But honestly, I'll tell you now, I feel like a jackass. I never thought I could go that far with something like that. When to the point that I got that fucked up in the head over one fucking girl. That's fucked up. But I'm a better man now. I don't try to do that. I mean, like personally, my beard is me. When I have my beard or my goatee, That's me. That's how I am. Like, here, I'll show you what I mean. Look at my character. My character's me. That is me. Minus the gold chain. That right there is me. That character is me. I went clean shaved. All I have is a mustache right now. I clean shaved. Just so I can find myself. And find the Ethan that I used to love. And honestly, I can tell you now, I found him. But forget everything I just said. Let's go back to the last question I asked. How can you love somebody when you can't even love yourself? If you truly cannot love yourself and you don't know who the hell you are, how can you love somebody? Because like I just told my RP server and my YouTube server, to love somebody, you have to love yourself and you have to know who you are. To show love to somebody and show them that you love them, you have to love yourself. And if you can't look at yourself in the mirror and love yourself and tell yourself you love yourself, then you can't love nobody else. Most people might take it off as you being a cocky asshole. It's not you being cocky. It's you telling yourself you're worth it and you love yourself. If you can't do that, then you honestly will never get a happy relationship because you won't be able to love them. Truly fucking love them. And I'll tell you now, that's what happens. That's how most relationship ends. Because one person can't love themselves because of a past relationship. And they don't know how to love anymore. I've seen it my whole life. Not just relationships I've been in. Relationship my friends have been in. Relationship my family members have been in. People that I call my actual brothers who are not like my biological brothers. But they've been through so much shit with me. I would call them my brother. Like Kyle, Sam, Odin, other people. I call them my brothers, and they've been through a lot of shit with me. And I've been through a lot of shit with them. I can personally tell y'all this, that Kyle's actually been on the phone with me before when I was actually trying to commit suicide before. Just because I didn't love myself anymore. So yes, when most people might say I might backstab you in the back for my brother, it's not me backstabbing you in the back for my brother. It's to keep mine and his relationship alive and keep it strong. So many people have tried to make mine and Kyle's relationship fall. And they wasn't successful. And will never will be successful. Just because me and that boy's been through so much hell together. I gave him so much grief and he gave me so much grief. So it is what it is. I'm gonna keep live streaming, but I want anybody that comes in a live stream, I want you to think about that question. How can you love yourself or how can you love somebody when you can't even love yourself? It's not a hard question. It's a simple question. And it's just something that I've been taught by my mom and by other people. And it's a hard fucking question to answer. Unless you know how to answer it just right, it's a hard It's a hard question to answer. I'll be honest. It's literally a hard question to answer. When she asked me that, my own mother asked me that, I didn't know how to answer it. So yes, I'll tell you now, it's a hard question to answer. But eventually you'll find the answer. I hate AIs. I hate AIs. I freaking hate AIs. Oh, land it, land it, land it. Oh. Oh, that was sick. Put it down. Slow it down. But, seriously, I want somebody to answer me that. How can you love anybody when you can't love yourself? And y'all might think, oh, it's just Ethan preaching another one of his sermons that he won't live by himself. No, it's not me preaching another one of my sermons. It's the damn truth. Hard-coded truth. Which a lot of people need to hear. And I'm being honest and I'm being serious with y'all. How can you honestly truly say you love somebody when you can't truly say you love yourself? See? Even Robert says you can't. And you can't. Till you accept inside of you that you love yourself and you know who you are, you can't love nobody. Female or male, you cannot love them. You can't show them love. And I might be the worst one to preach this ceremony, but I'm still gonna fucking preach it. Because I've been there. I've done it. I've lived it. I've had so much resentment. So, it's just something that a lot of people has to figure out for themselves. And it's sad that it takes another guy stepping in their relationship and taking their girl from them for them to figure out, oh shit, I just fucked up because I couldn't love myself. She left me for somebody that can actually fucking love her. And most of the time when I step in a relationship, it's not to take the girl. I can't help if a girl fucking falls for me. I mean, I'm a hopeless romantic. I can say one little thing and a girl will fall for me. I mean, that's how bad it is. It's not like I try. I really don't try to flirt with girls. It's just I can say one thing and it's insta like. I haven't figured it out. It's just insta. They fall in love with me. Just over one thing I might say. But, I'll give y'all a good example. One of my exes, we was good friends, and we're still good friends to this day. Okay? Still damn good friends. Like, me and her will talk every now and then. Well, not every now and then. A lot of times we do talk. We talk about a lot of shit. Like, shit going on in her life, and then shit going on in my life. When we both met, we was in a dark, dark place in our life, but was able to teach each other how to love again. And we loved each other a lot. Reason mine and her relationship ended, because idiot kids at our school, all they knew how to do was run their fucking mouth and not shut up. That's the only reason. Only damn reason. I'll tell you that straight up. Because kids in Scurry High School don't know how to shut the fuck up. And to sit there and run their fucking mouth day in and day out. That's why mine and her relationship ended. If people would have stayed the fuck out of mine and her relationship, it wouldn't end at all, because we was inseparable. Let me see what this damn text is. Who just texted me? Want to play 1v1 with the Cowboy. The fuck? Get the hell out of here. Fucking tryhards, bro. So, I want to let people think about that. People might take it as I'm being an asshole or a dick. No, it's not that. It's me trying to get people to realize what they do when you play a girl and you play with her feelings. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go run and do something real quick. So I'm gonna mute my mic and I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that, chat. I'm back. I just had to go and fucking piss my system out. I can tell you now. And this is just random. This is going to be me being random. You'll have to deal with it. I did mute. My mic was muted. Because I just unmuted it. My mic was muted the whole time. Literally, yeah, my mic was muted. I just now unmuted it. Did you lose? Please tell me this dude left. Yeah, you left. Good. You win 1v1 to cap. No, get the fuck out of here. I'm trying to live stream. So I can tell y'all now, if y'all want the best way to get weed out of your fucking system, and y'all have a drug test coming up at school or something, drink a lot of fucking water. I mean a lot of water. Like a big thing of water. And run. So what that's going to do is make the water come in your system faster, and it's going to flush the weed out of your blood. And when you go to piss, it's going to flush it out of your urine. And then what the sweat's going to do is make you perspire so much that's going to wash out of your hair. Y'all didn't hear that from me. And a cop actually, and believe it or not, I was told this by a cop. By a cop. This cop told me this. Knowing they could get in trouble for it. They told me how to get weed out of my system. Drink a lot of water the night before the drug test. And go and piss your system out that whole night. And that day of the drug test, before you do the drug test, drink a lot of water and go for a run and piss everything out and sweat everything out, and then take a shower. The hair follicles won't have weed in it, blood won't have weed in it, and near where your urine. Now, anything else, I can't help y'all. I cannot help y'all with that. He said weed's the only one that works with it. He said, believe it or not, doing it with coke and meth and the other hardcore drugs will get it out of your urine. Sometimes can get it out of your blood, but it depends. on how much you're doing. Hair, it will never get out of your hair. You literally have to shave your head bald. Literally have to shave your head bald. But yeah, I can tell you now. And like I said, a cop fucking told me this shit. And that's what's hilarious, when a cop tells you this shit. Knowing it could get them in trouble and fired. It's fucking hilarious. Not only a fucking cop tells you this, and they can get fired over it, and they really don't give a damn. But back to the main subject, the whole love subject. The only reason I'm bringing this up is this topic and other certain depression topics are going to become more and more rare on my channel as I live stream. And yes, I found my mic again, but this headset's fucked up where I don't know if this is the headset where only I can talk out of it and I can't hear out of it, or if I can hear out of one earpiece that's not the other. I'm not sure. I'll have to test that later. Not now on stream, but later. So back to what I was saying. Because November, since October's now Breast Cancer Awareness, that's why y'all ever saw me in face cam or saw a real life picture of me, I'm wearing pink. Because it's Breast Cancer Awareness and I support that. September was Leukemia Awareness and I wear nothing but orange during that whole month and I support that. Next month, November, which Texas DOJ will be going under it, is Suicide Awareness Month. So, as No Shave November goes on, or what other guys prefer it to, No Nut November, which are fucking dumbasses that can actually cause fucking issues in the long run. And an actual doctor actually told me that, not a fucking sex doctor. An actual fucking doctor had. Keep that in mind when y'all participate in No Nut November. Because if you're not a virgin and you participate in that shit, it can easily get your... I don't want to explain it like this because my channel's supposed to be PG-13 because of my nephew. How do I explain it? Just put it this way. It can make where your seeds are no longer fertilized. You no longer have fertilized seeds. If anybody that's over the age 13 gets what I'm talking about. It's no longer fertilized and it's like it's no good. You have to literally get every seed out of your system and get let your body produce new ones to make them fertilized. If you're not over 13 or your parents never had the birds and the bees talk with you, don't ask me what the hell I'm talking about. Just say "aight, okay," and go on with it. If your parents haven't explained the birds and the bees to you yet, there's a reason why. They're not ready for you to grow up. Sadly, I got that talk at a young age. Yeah. Not by my father either. By my grandfather and my poppy. My mom's stepdad. I got them by both of them. And my mom. Yeah, that wasn't fun. But, so, back to what I was saying. It's not good and healthy for you to participate in that. If y'all want to do that, go ahead and be dumbasses. Because I'm going to tell you now, the whole month that you do that, it takes 2, if not more than 2 months to get all the bad seeds out of your system. And that was coming from one of my actual PhD, a doctor, my doctor actually. Because I asked him about the whole no nut. Yes, I asked my doctor about this No Nut November. I asked him about it, and he said, yes, it is a bad thing. Very fucking bad thing. He says guys who participate in it are not smart. And they don't realize what damage they're doing to themselves in the long run. Which I gotta agree with them, y'all don't. And it's sad that y'all don't realize the damage y'all are doing in the long run to yourself. So, just keep that in mind. The end of this month, starting into November, there's going to be a lot of suicide topics that happen on this channel. Because I 100% back suicide awareness. One reason I back it is I've actually tried to attempt it myself. I have tried to attempt suicide myself. Once being with a hunting rifle, my hunting rifle, that's been modified to shoot 50 cal bullets. Believe it or not, most of y'all might call me a freaking liar, but my hunting rifle's been modified to shoot 50 cal bullets. And so I tried it once with that. I've tried it several times with a knife. I've even tried to take it over ODing. I tried that. The last time I attempted, let's put it this way: this cop's corporal, or was he corporal? I think it was corporal or master. He was a high-ranked deputy. I know that. I know that much. He was a high-ranked deputy. This deputy's superior, his supervisor, better be happy that he caught me doing what I was doing. When they had me, so me and my mom got in a major fight. I'll tell y'all now. Me and my mom got in a major fight one night. The cops get called out. Yada yada yada. I'm sitting in my room when it fucking come out, barricading my room. So they have two cops, Glocks out, aiming down the hallway, waiting for me to come out of my room, I guess. Well, Corporal shows up, still not coming out of my fucking room. I come out of my room, go piss, they heard my door open. I go piss, I come out, see what the fuck's going on. I'm running back towards my room. They chase me into the laundry room and push me up against the window. And how my laundry room set up, it's literally a back door. I could open that door and got out if I wanted to. But instead of doing that, knowing that door wasn't locked and it was just barricaded, and so what? My ass, knowing he had the trainee, or not even trainee, I think he was just like a deputy rank 2, maybe, had his pistol, or Glock, my bad, Glock, unlocked on his hip. I went around and grabbed his Glock and started raising it up, and he didn't even fucking feel it. The corporal's like, boy, don't do it. I will put you down. I told the corporal you wouldn't have a shot. I literally straight up told the corporal you wouldn't get a shot. The corporal said, I'm behind you right now. Don't do it. He told the deputy rank 2, step back before I have to kill this kid in front of his mom. My mom was telling me to stop, and I wasn't going to stop. Because I knew as soon as I grabbed his Glock out of his fucking holster, the corporal was going to have to shoot me dead in my back and kill me. Just for safety of his officer and everybody around me. But the corporal was actually able to get the deputy to step back. Deputy realized what happened. He got in trouble for that. I get put in handcuffs and in a squad car, and yeah, that's a story I just don't want to get into. No, I didn't go to jail. They took me to my grandfather's house, but still not a story I want to get into. But that's why I'm totally against suicide. I'm not against it, but I am for suicide awareness. And I will support it any way I can. I'll tell you now, and anybody wants to correct me, go ahead and correct me right now, but I'm gonna laugh at you anyways. Not my bad, not witness protection. The suicide hotlines that they give you from a doctor's or anywhere or from your school, those suicide hotlines are jokes. They're fucking jokes. All they do is make it worse. They actually have a worse fail rate than what they have in a successful rate of saving people's lives. The fail rate is really bad with the suicide hotlines. Reason I say that is because when they do it, it's like they're trying to do a against medical advice block, AMA block, and it's totally stupid how they do it. Honestly, I'll be honest with y'all. It's the most stupidest way they can go about doing this. But they do it, thinking they're cute and they can get away with it, right? So that's why I'm against those. I'm against the hotlines and stuff. They are freaking jokes. They're the worst type of jokes out there too. But they are jokes. Suicide hotline numbers are jokes. Just because they think what they're doing is a good thing.
How can I help?
When in the long run, all they're doing is hurting the person more. Why is this not working?
No problem. I'll get him off your back.
Oh, that's why, because it gave me a 3,000 bounty. Wow. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Don't do it in front of the cop. Screw it. Screw it. Y'all gonna be part of my victims too, I guess. Nobody saw that. Really? So, yes, I'll tell you now, I find those type of, like, hotlines fucking jokes. The worst jokes out there, too. Like, suicide to me is not a joke. But the suicide hotlines are jokes. Like I said, they really don't care about you. They might make you think they care about you, but they don't. Like I said earlier, only person they really care about is their self and the money they make. Yes, believe it or not, they make money off of you calling that hotline and them saving your life. I forget what one of my counselors told me it was, but they make money for that. And it's actually freaking ridiculous how much money they make for just that little simple thing. Something I could do. It's ridiculous the amount of money they make, honestly. I thought it was a joke. No, this is actual money these people make. And it's hilarious how much they make. Just to do something so simple that somebody like me could do. Alright, y'all are probably thinking, what the hell is he about to do? Y'all ready for this? And this is how you enter first place, everybody. Come to Paleto Bay and just do that. Let that eat itself alive. Yeah. So when y'all ever say, oh well, why don't y'all refer people to suicide hotline? I will, like I said, that is a joke. That whole company is a joke to me. Knowing they really don't care about nobody but themselves. Oh shit. Okay, well this dude's passed me in millions because he's apparently blowing up the Txdoj's car. I'd probably put one of his vehicles in it, honestly. Back up. That's what happens when you beat people. They get salty like that and they'll throw their own vehicles and shit into it. Their friends' vehicles just to make money. It's hilarious how GTA's ran nowadays. But yeah, I can tell y'all now, never bring up those suicide hotlines around me. Please don't. I will laugh at you in your face and call you a bloody fucking fool. That's what I honestly believe. Those suicide hotlines, they do more than good. They do more harm than good. And it's sad when somebody that deals with suicide is telling y'all this. Dang, y'all think I got enough fire department team out here for this? 2 engines. If they don't see, don't hurt them. They have 2 engines out there, so don't expect me not to take one of your engines. But seriously, guys, don't ever bring up those suicide hotlines around me, because they're just a fucking joke to me. They're literally a joke. Like I said, all they really give a damn about is the money they make off those calls. And all they do is sit there and talk to you and keep your mind preoccupied till one of your local county officers can show up, or till one of their people can show up and take you to a mental hospital. That's all they do, is that. They're more or less the distraction team. I know this from personal experience, because I've actually sat there and talked to one of them. And that's what they try to do. My county shows up at my front door. They're like, so we hear you're having suicide problems. I was like, nah, I just called this freaking hotline. While the operator's still on the phone with me, I said, I just called this hotline to prove a point to somebody. Well, that somebody being my mom. I said, I just called this hotline to prove a point to my mom that this hotline, all it is a freaking joke. My county officer looked at me, he's like, one of the deputies looked at me, he's like, so you're not having suicide problems? I was like, no, not at all. I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine. My mom's like, yeah, he's perfectly fine. He called this number because he wanted me to see it's a freaking joke and they don't take the shit serious. And to this day, my mom regrets ever fucking listening to my doctors about that hotline. Doctors will tell you to use that hotline just because they get somewhat of a kickback off of it. It's a joke. That hotline is literally a freaking joke. And yes, I'll say it again. It's not like a ha-ha funny joke. But to them, it kind of is. They're a fucking joke. I'd rather give somebody in my family that don't know too shit about medicals, like how to actually be a medical staff and save somebody from committing suicide, a chance than one of them motherfuckers that are jokes to us. It's so stupid. It literally is stupid. The most stupidest shit I could ever see out of jokes. And it's sad when they're supposed to be the one that prevents the hotline or the suicide, that makes the suicide 10 times worse. It's sad when I can sit here and straight and tell y'all that they're supposed to prevent it, but yet they make it worse. So your job is to prevent suicide, but yet when somebody calls your hotline, the suicide rate goes up more than what it's supposed to. Believe it or not, over the past 2 years, I have followed the suicide rate, and it has skyrocketed in numbers. And most people that I've talked to that have attempted suicide has actually called that suicide hotline prevention. And said they found it better talking to a friend than talking to one of them. Which, I mean, like I said, y'all can hate me for it, y'all can love me for it, I don't really give a damn. I'm just speaking the truth. All I know how to do is speak the damn truth. It is, like I said, it is what it is, guys. Don't blame me for who I am and what I know. It's stupid, but it's also sad to see that somebody that is hired to personally do that shit theirself gives a rat ass about, really gives a rat ass about you. Now here's another freaking questions to the Rebel family. See if anybody can get this right. Do y'all know why fire trucks? Give me a minute if I can get 2 of these together. Yeah, there we go. Fire trucks have these 2 fans on top of their engines. Any engine that's the water engine, can anybody tell me why those fire trucks have those 2 fans sitting on top of them? And if y'all can't tell me, I'll give y'all the answer tomorrow in tomorrow's live stream. I know why they have them on there. And what they're actually used for. And when they come on too. There's a thing, my uncle used to work for a fire department, my dead uncle at that. He used to work as a firefighter, and I rode in the engine. He's even told me what those are for. Matter of fact, if nobody can guess it right now, I'll tell y'all what those two fans are for. Can I get in the cab of the truck, please? Those two fans, believe it or not, are connected back right there. That's so when you pull up the fire, in case one of your windows are down, that is supposed to bring in pure oxygen and filter out the carbon dioxide. No, that's not to make smoothies, but no. What it is, it's for to filter out the carbon dioxide in the air. Because when fires happen, believe it or not, they put off carbon dioxide. And what's in that air that we humans cannot breathe, inside this fire truck, let's say if the windows ever got busted out and all the pure oxygen inside of it's gone. Those fans takes that carbon dioxide, cycle it through its fan, and turns it into pure oxygen. Believe it or not, fire trucks are what I call, they are pure oxygen. They're pressured. What I mean by pressured, more or less, they before they go out onto a call, give me a minute. Before they go out on the call, they make sure the oxygen pressure level is in the fire truck is correct. And if it's not, they turn it on and they reverse it to get the carbon monoxide level out of the fire truck. It's not that hard. I know this because I grew up around a fire department. Like I said, my uncle was a firefighter. So I grew up around a fire department, and I know this from him. He taught me this. Because he even asked me, Ethan, do you know what that's for? I said, no, I don't. I don't know what it's for, Uncle Phillips. And he told me what it was for. I was like, oh, that's actually nice to know that. And the only thing GTA didn't get right about this damn hose on top is not wherever your camera is facing or wherever the way the engine is facing is where that hose is going to face. It's the way you turn the hose inside the fire truck. Yes, believe it or not, this right here, this hose here, could be operated inside the engine, inside the cab. See, I grew up around the fire department. I know too much about the fire department. I can't remember which side is the fuel tank? I used to know this by heart. Because I was quizzed on it every freaking day. Nope, that's the pressurize the water and stuff. Let's stick it in the very back. Oh yeah, it is the side. In fact, I'm mistaken. It's right there. Oh wait. Oh, they don't have it on this truck. Oh, it sucks ass. Okay, can click pointing. On a normal fire truck, their tanks, when you go to fill their engines up. Okay, so you can't enter out of first person or into first person when you're pointing, apparently. When you go fill up their engines, the tanks are normally here or here. And sadly, GTA don't have that unless it's on the other side, which makes no sense. It's normally on the driver's side, not the passenger side. No, they don't. Oh wait, what's that? What's that? Is that the lights? I think that's lights. Hold on, we'll turn on the lights real quick and see. Freaking sick. Yeah, those has to be lights. This don't run when unless you're in the truck, huh? So yeah, it's always on the driver's side. I'm looking at something. I'm gonna turn these signs off real quick. Yes, believe it or not, there is that much room inside the actual back of a fire truck where a lot of guys can ride in one single engine. It's hella roomy back there, believe it or not. Where most people think you're hella crowded back there. No, that's actually really roomy back there. Perks of having an uncle in the fire department and you growing up around him. I wonder why they don't have the side lights running. That's weird. That's what those lights over by the numbers and stuff are, is the side lights. That's weird. And yes, the freaking back your fire engine in, you're automatically supposed to turn on your lights and sirens for a reason. See, how long have we been streaming? An hour and 5 minutes. I'm trying to think what else I can do for a video today. I want what he's doing. Why can't we have that? That would be badass. For our feet. Ooh. One hit slap. I didn't do nothing. That's one hit slap the dude. I'm in trouble.
Hey there. What can I help you with? Oh, hey. You're in trouble. Okay. I'll deal with it.
We're gonna hide behind the fire truck and wait. Oh, it's the right ambulance too.
What the hell, man?
Gimme.
Damn it! Scumbag!
There. Give me the unit.
Oh, you're gonna be sorry.
Bro, move.
What an idiot!
Oh my god.
Think you're loco? Come on, asshole!
Boy, you're an idiot. Get the hell out of here. Oh, it's perfect. Oh, it's so perfect. Just seeing that right there together is so freaking perfect. I love it. I just love that, seeing that together. Trying to think of another live stream I could do for y'all. I haven't done it in a good while. Who's been playing with my outfits? Oh, I love that outfit for Jacob Black. Oh, it's so nice. That's actually a throwback outfit. The heck? Is it me or does his hat glitching? Yeah, his hat glitch. Wow. When I aim backwards, my character's cowboy hat glitches into the back of his jacket. So yeah. Awesome. Hella tired, trying to stay up. Not easy. 8:52. I'm trying to reset my body. It's not freaking easy. What could I live stream? I'm trying to think. That's what I light up. I wish the white light instead of the red, the white, well, the red too, but the actual white lights on these lit up too. It'd be more realistic. I just noticed the engine was kind of a little crooked. Alright, guys, it's that time of the stream. Where I'm gonna end it off. What we're gonna do. We've uploaded. Videos, I'll do it one more time and that's that. I won't probably do this ever again. So yeah. It's been your boy Texas Rebel. It was fun doing this live stream with y'all, fun hosting it with y'all. And until next time, I see y'all. Which is probably going to be here soon because I'm going to do another live stream, probably Red Dead 2 or something. Like we always say around here, stay rebel, be a rebel, stay free, stay safe, don't let nobody bring you down, don't let nobody tell you can't do shit. And I love you guys. Peace, I'll see y'all next time. Peace, I'll see y'all next time. I'm out. Peace, everybody. I love y'all.